Did I have a bad consultation yesterday? It still bothers me. It was one of the worst I've ever had. It's just as tragic as you can get. Very, very common. Doesn't have to happen. Don't let this happen to you. So here's what happened. I had a consultation yesterday from people here in Phoenix, well off. The husband was worked for a corporation, you know, good manager, regional manager, traveled quite a bit, made about $180,000 a year, corporate credit card, expense account, had a corporate car, and of course he had a 401k and a insurance package. So he got his health insurance paid for and his wife paid for. He was 65 years old, getting ready to retire. He and his wife had a very nice house here in Phoenix. Not an exorbitant house, but worth about $950,000, and they only owed about $450 on it. Bought it 4 or 5 years ago, so the payment was like $2,400. They got a 3.75% mortgage on it. Very good rate on the property, so their house payment like $2,400. And they're just finally getting their kids married and through school. Supporting one child, getting his PhD, cost him about $2,500 a month. Not onerous, he's getting $15,000 a month from work and a lot of expenses covered. And he and his wife were getting ready to enjoy life. He's 66, she's 64. He's got $300,000 in his retirement account with his company. Got a couple $100,000 in his personal investment accounts. So he's got $1 million. And he's still working. He's got a nice job making $180,000 a year. What's to not like? This looks great. It's a typical family. Wife hasn't worked. He's been the main provider for all these years, and she's been the homemaker, the traditional American family. This is like everybody wants. All the kids are gone. They're married. They're through school. Life is going to be great. Well, he calls her from the airport, says, "Honey, I just landed. I'm headed home. I'll meet you at the house." She gets this on her voicemail because she's out with people. She didn't hear it come in. She goes home. His car is parked in the garage. She walks in, his briefcase is sitting on the floor, and so is he. Died suddenly, walks in and just collapses and dies. Done. No health problems, just walked in, died suddenly. And he was, there's no calling the ambulances. He is dead. She's just completely heartbroken. This is just travesty. They're getting their lives ready to enjoy. They're going to go into their golden years and retire, do all the things that they wanted to do. And now he died suddenly. This is like 5 months ago. So let's go on a little bit with this. The income has stopped. Right? A nice income, 15 grand a month. And, she doesn't have much, but she's 64 at 60, and he was coming up to be 66, not retired. So he qualified for Medicare. She didn't. So she's going to get his Social Security, maybe about $3,100 a month. Not so bad. They've got $200,000 in personal investments. Yeah, it gets them another $10,000 a year. So that's $46,000. 46 grand. That is a long ways from $180,000. And let's just talk about what's going to happen now. She hasn't worked in years. She's not going to get 2 Social Security. She's going to get the highest of the 2, and that's probably going to be the husband's, $3,100. Now her house payment is $2,300. And she's been on company health care all her life. Now they're going to cut her off because he's no longer working. He's no longer employed. Well, now she's going to have to go get her own health care because, 64 years old. She's in good health. But what if she falls? What if she has a problem? And that health care is going to cost her around $1,500 a month. Just think of that. So maybe she can get something even less than that. But 64-year-old woman, healthcare is pretty tough. So now between healthcare and her house payment, that's $3,400, and she's only getting about $4,000 a month. Not even $4,000 a month. Yeah, probably a little over $4,000 a month. Her life is ruined. She has $1 million in equity. So her husband had a little over $300,000 in his retirement accounts, 401k with this company. She'll get that. But now she's going to have $300,000 from a 401k and $200,000 from their personal savings and investments. That's $500,000, and she's got $500,000 in equity. That's nothing. In today's day and age, she has $1 million, and it is not enough. Now, what's she to do? Don't let this happen to you, because I see this all the time. This one is really, really tragic. First off, she's supporting her child who's trying to get their the PhD of $2,500. That can't be helped anymore. Can't do that. She won't have any money, and she's already dipping into their savings to get by, and she's 64 years old. She probably has 30 years left, 20 for sure. The average woman, you make 64, your life expectancy is another 20 to 25 years. She could easily make 90, 95 years old. And this money that she has is going to have to last her the rest of her life. Now, she owes $450,000 on a property. Now, there's some things that we can do. But even though they have $1 million, they are in trouble. She is in trouble. Her lifestyle is going to change dramatically, and she doesn't have enough money to last her the rest of her life. Now, her husband never thought this was ever going to happen. He was an executive making very good money, and he died. He died suddenly. There wasn't any telltale, signs that this guy was in trouble. He just walked in, he made it home, sat down and died. Now his wife is going to pay. Her lifestyle is going to change dramatically. Now, here in Phoenix, she can sell her house. She'll get $400,000 or $500,000 out of it. And she's got $3,100 coming in from Social Security. She's going to deplete her savings and her investments. That. So that money is going to go away. She's already gone into about $40,000. And it's only, she's got lots of things going on. She got her son. She's got funerals, all this. And, they had a company car. She's got to go out and lease a car or buy a car. This is going to be a travesty. This is planning. It's planning. I see this all the time. So don't let this happen to you. You certainly don't want to leave your wife and have her become a pauper, because that is what's going to happen. I see this time and time again. $1 million. They have $1 million. But annuitized, $1 million is only about $40,000 a year. So $40,000, if they had the full $40,000 on top of their Social Security of 36, so they got $76,000, but they're taking a haircut from 180 to less than 80. And an unfortunate thing is that here in Maricopa County, we are not a high rent district. Taxes are not high here. Rent here in Phoenix runs around, to get a nice place, you can rent a little house for $2,000 a month, $2,200 a month. Apartments are going to run you $1,200-$1,400 a month. And she's got a $2,300 house payment. So a problem. She's going to have to be very, very careful with what she does for the rest of her life. And her life is going to go on. Now, hopefully when she becomes 65, she's going to get Medicare, which is only another year and a half. But she can't do the things that she wants. So she's not going to be going on. All of their plans went out the window. And they have $1 million. Do you get this? $1 million. But $1 million annuitized is only $40,000 a year. 40 grand. It's not a life changer. You need to have $3 or $4 million to live comfortably. Now, some things I can do. I'll certainly help her out. But this is for you guys. Don't let this happen to you. We're going to have an opportunity coming in the next short period of time where we're going to have turmoil. And this goes back to the fact that this woman has most of her funds in the S&P 500. And there's virtually no yield on that, 1 or 1.2% if it is. But what happens if she takes a 40% haircut on a big drawdown in the economy? And same with her 401k, it's invested in 40-60. She has 60% in the stock market, 40% in bonds, and bonds, of course, taking a terrible downgrade. So what if she loses some money? That $1 million can go right out the window. Same with if she's so most of her wealth is in her home. So let's do something about this. I have clients that we have rental properties that they're going to give them $15,000 to $18,000 every month. Not unusual to get that. I know it sounds like it's pipe dream. It's just not. We can get you on a program, and we are going to have an opportunity to change lives. Don't let this happen to you. You know how to reach me. I'm at you can look at my other videos. If you like me, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I'd love to hear your comments because I'm seeing this all along. It really shook me up. It really bothers me. So let me know what you think. My very best for you. If I can help in any way, please believe me. I do this consultation. We can change lives. We can change your life. My best to you. Bye-bye now.